Hello again, everyone. This is Randy, your sewing machine man, and look what we have here. Surprise, surprise, a Kenmore. You know me, I like Kenmores, and this is the one that if I had first pick of all the ones out there, I'd get this one right here. There's just absolutely everything in the world right about this and nothing wrong about this. When they made this machine, they knocked it out of the park. I know that's a cliche, but it applies sometimes, and right now it applies. Today we're talking about sewing machines. I know we talked about motorcycles and talked about this and that, but today we're going to talk about sewing machines. And this machine was brought to me by a YouTube watcher who said, you know what, I'll see if I can figure out what he's talking about and see if what he's talking about is true, and see if all those cool Kenmores he talks about are out there, and see if I can find one and then see what goes from there. So she got this. It's got a real nice carrying case. It has all the accessories, and it looks like it's been used very little. Someone took very good care of it. And when this was bought, it was a pretty pricey little machine. You know, you go down to Sears and you buy this, put it on the old Sears credit card and pay it out for a year. But if you did that when you got done, you had a real nice investment. Made in Japan, alloy frame, all steel inside. No plastic cans or steel. It's got a double pulley system on the side. It's got the replaceable motor brushes. If you sew on this probably every day, 8 hours a day for maybe 5 years, you may need to do motor brushes, and those motor brushes are cheap. Unscrew the caps, put the new ones in, put the caps back on, you're done. It's just a well thought out, well engineered. The technology in this machine is just awesome. And there's people that say it was built by Janome. I don't know that for a fact, but that's what the standard talk on the street is among the sewing machine guys and the folks that know. And you folks in the comments, you'll correct me and say it's made by somebody else. Well, whoever's made it, they made an awesome machine. You put your tension on 4, self-adjust from fabric to fabric, has lay-in threading. It has the adjustable patch and garter on top to adjust the different pressures. A lot of the machines don't have that, the new ones. It has a drop feed down underneath, and has a standard 15 class bobbin. Everything is chrome, everything is steel, everything's made to the highest possible standard. It is just an awesome machine. The stitches that are built in, the double overlock, single overlock, all the different stretch stitches, the regular straightforward stitches, the 3-step zigzag, the one that made Bernina famous is right. Oh, where's that guy at? Right there. Oh, sorry, right there. But it does everything you need to do as far as a good utility machine. Now, the folks that quilt, they like having the needle up, needle down button, which is nice. I know the needle up, needle down when you're turning your corners. And so they'll spend, you know, $14,000, $4,000, $16,000. The prices are up there for a machine that you can do the needle up, needle down. Now me, you know, I try not to be snarky in my videos. You know me, I'm always straightforward, never joking around. This is always about serious stuff. But watch what I do here. I got a needle down, and I'll turn the corner, and I hit the pedal. I have a needle up. So I have a needle up, a needle down. Now you can get real good at that, and I know I'm not being ridiculous, but needle up, needle down is kind of cool in these machines where you go to the end and it automatically stops in the down position. Now I can do that myself just by tapping the foot control, because it's got a good foot control. It's good analog foot control, nothing electronic about it. Another thing they like is the thread cutters. And of course, you know me, I never want to be a smarty pants or be snarky or anything, but look what I found. Oh my gosh, what are these? Wisp inlaid? Talk about cutting thread, man. I can cut fabric, I can cut all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I'm being ridiculous, whatever. But thread cutters break, and needle up and down buttons break. And when the needle up and down in there breaks and the part's not available, you don't have it anymore. Then you wish you had this. When your thread cutter breaks and they can't get the part, or it's not available, or it's obsolete, no longer available. That's what it says when I order things. In LA, no longer available, not shipping, back ordered. When you see that, tell the customer, no, it's not happening, sorry. So what you have is an old-timey machine from the 70s that's not this good, because it's got other stuff that's going to fail, and it's just going to be a matter of time till it gets to the landfill. Not this one. This one will last for lifetimes, generational lifetimes. You have anybody in the family that sews, you leave it to them in your will. And if they have anybody in their family that sews, they leave it to them in their will. And then the next thing you know, 15 generations have gone by, and somebody somewhere is making a video on this machine, and this one came in because it didn't want to zigzag. It didn't want to swing left and right. It had been sitting for a long time. It needed some, let's see, what's this stuff called? Very exotic. It's hard to find. Max Super Penetrate. This is not even the good stuff, not the liquid wrench. And this is just a regular, off-the-shelf, generic Super Penetrate. I get it by the case. And you spray it on places that haven't been oiled in a generation or two. And then you work the needle bar back and forth. You know, the needle bar swings left and right. So you put your stitch width on 4. And if it's on zigzag, then you're like, okay, the needle bar should swing right and left. But usually it's stuck over here in the right position. So what you do is you put it in the left position and then you work it back and forth. Now it's working like a charm. It was locked up like it was welded. It wouldn't work. So what I had to do is get it in the right position, and I had to tap it lightly with a plastic handle of a screwdriver. I didn't get my ball peen hammer or my sledgehammer. I tapped it lightly. Once you get it moving, then you get your lubrication sliding around on the parts. You're good to go. Now it's like it just came out of the box. This is an awesome machine. It does everything you want it to do. Everything you'd want it to do, and then some. Awesome machine. Put it on 10 stitches per inch. Put it on, this is for stretch, do all your stretch stitches. And it's got a lever reverse, which is real easy to operate. So put it on straight stitch, center needle position, and away you go. So kudos to this young lady. Her name's Susan. Susan got this machine, brought it to me, because I always tell people, find one of these, then take it to a competent sewing machine repair person. In Susan's case, she found me. I'm competent. I can make this thing like the day it was born. It used to be the Kenmore Service Center in Fort Worth. I know how this is done. So find one of these. That's your assignment. You want to get a good machine? Pay $300, $400, $500. Are you kidding me? The ones that don't even compare to this, they don't even sit in its shadow, are in the thousands of dollars. Find one of these before it's gone. Now people ask me which ones. Well, I have a little cheat sheet that I use. These are the ones that I buy. Kenmore's to buy. This has been hanging on my wall for probably, I don't know, 30, 40 years. Because I'm on the phone with people and they go, I got this machine. I go, I don't know all these different serial numbers and all these different decimals. But there it is right there. You want to screenshot that? This one right here is the 158-19411 right here. You get the 940, you get the 19470. Every one of them is basically the same platform, but it has different stitches with different ways of doing stuff. And there's one down the bottom I put caution on. It's the 158-17033. I buy those for parts because it's got the 3-lead electrical cord, it's got an electrical foot control, and they go bad, and then you have to revamp everything. So I don't even mess with those because I don't have to. They made millions of these. They're out there. They're sitting in somebody's closet. They're at the Goodwill. They're at the Salvation Army thrift store. They're online. If you get it online, make sure they pack it properly so when they send it to you, they don't break off this and break off this and break off this and break off this and break off these. This is the thing that breaks off the most. That's why everything now is recessed and counter inside. So get yourself one of these. This is the Kenmore 158.19411. If Lexus made a sewing machine, it would look like this.